Good morning, Dubai, and welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about. Big news in Dubai. We have been ranked the third safest city in the world for solo female travelers.
As we should be. And Dubai's floating underwater train has once again become all the rage.
We're talking about a story that we broke yesterday. A family has named their daughter Dubai because they love the city.
Oh, and an Arab employee was fined for gossiping about his co-worker.
Oh. Awkward. And do stay tuned, because later in the show we're joined by Samir Joshi, who is from My Govindas. They have launched an incredible act of kindness, because today is Random Act of Kindness Day, by the way, February 17th. And while they are the sponsors of the show, the opinions and statements are Lovin Dubai's. But before we get into all of that, are you obsessed with Wordle?
Are we obsessed the same way that you are, or just obsessed?
I'm just asking people if they know Wordle. Do you know Wordle? You play Wordle?
I've heard of Wordle only from you.
Only from me?
Literally only from you.
Are you not in any WhatsApp groups?
I am, but no one has spoken about Wordle. Please.
How big are your WhatsApp groups?
I just have one family group, one job group, which is like, I don't know, inactive, one university group, and one just friend circle group. And none of them, out of the 4 ones that I'm in, no one has spoken about Wordle.
You have a very small number of WhatsApp groups. I just have like a few, I mean. But Wordle is a game that has just been bought by the New York Times. That's why it's even making more headlines at the moment. So maybe like a month ago, everyone started playing it. Maybe it was 3 weeks. And it's basically a word game that you need to figure out the letters of a 5-letter word. And you have 6 guesses, and you can use your previous guess to help you determine your next answer.
Is it like that? There's this one game, right? Like there's this guy on a rope. Hangman, and you have to guess the words.
Yeah, like it's a word guessing game. It's different, but that type of, like, you sit down, it takes you like 5-10 minutes. But what happened recently is the New York Times bought it from the guy who made it back in 2013. His name was Wardle, I think. Could be wrong. He made it back in 2013. It didn't fly, but then during the pandemic, he went back into it, created the game. Now it's kind of got like international appeal. And then the New York Times bought it. So now what's happened in the last 2 days is I've been playing a game and someone else been playing it. We got different answers because I'm playing one game, they're playing the other game, which is really annoying. So there's 2 different answers, and the words have been really weird the last few days, by the way.
Oh, so it's the same words for like all the players?
That's what's fun about it. So you don't share your answer, but you share the score. And then when you talk to everyone, you're like, oh, that was easier. I got it in 3 guesses. I got it in 2 guesses.
And every day the words change.
Every day the words change.
That's
and it's
so
a 5-letter word every time. It's so much fun.
And you can only play it once. You can only play it once.
You can play it once in a day, and that's what's fun, because you revert. It's like you get your like 5-minute hit. I can't believe I just said hit. You get your 5-minute hit, and then go back to it.
So you learn new words from that game?
No, they're usually sometimes a little bit random, but
okay, that's interesting.
If you play, let's make a WhatsApp group. Tell me how many you're getting.
Can you please add me?
Well, I can't believe. Well, I will, because your WhatsApp group situation is very sad and lonely.
It is, yeah.
Speaking of being solo, jumping into our top story, Dubai has been ranked the 3rd safest city in the world for solo female travelers. So this is a really cool study by Insure My Trip, which is a UK-based travel insurance company, and they have ranked Dubai as the 3rd safest city for females traveling solo. Now, this is down to our low crime rate, and also features like the women's only section on public transport. We also ranked highly as a city where women feel safe walking alone at night, and there's been lesser number of attacks based on gender.
Now, Dubai follows Kuala Lumpur in 2nd place, and the Saudi city of Medina, which was ranked the #1 city in the world for female safety when traveling solo. And I haven't been to either one of those countries, but I do know Dubai for sure. I would walk like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. out of my house, go for a walk, walk, come back home.
I love the fact that going out at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. is the normal part to her, and the jogging is the not normal part.
Well, coming home at that time is normal. Going out at that time, no. No, especially for a jog, like not in this lifetime.
Maybe next lifetime.
Oh, we did know Dubai Run. That was at 3 a.m.
I didn't go that time when everyone else went.
The one time.
The one time. The walking home. But this is a conversation that we've had many times before. We are so lucky. And then it's always about safety. You know, why do you feel comfortable with living here? Safety is always number one, but it's specifically female safety. And we're seeing so many horrific headlines recently of females attacked, female murders. And this just makes us feel extremely privileged, I think, to live here as females. Look, there's always exceptions, so you should never go out and think that you're totally safe, because that's not what you should do. However, female safety is kind of high on topics and agendas of that it should be of world leaders, because we know, why are there female-based attacks? But this report just kind of gives us privilege that we probably don't deserve. But yeah, we have privilege living here. But yeah.
That's so true. That's so true. The fact, I mean, that we feel safe here, but at the same time, you shouldn't take it for granted. Like, no matter what or where you are, you should never take anything for granted, and have take those extra bit of precautions whenever you're stepping out alone. And I mean, just the other day, my friends were traveling to Europe, and they had all these like really nice bracelets on and a watch, and she just shared a story, and she's like, I should probably remove all this arm candy since I'm heading to Europe. I mean, it's just the fact that, you know, you have so much of like confidence over here that you can wear all this, and you can be as flashy as you want, and no one will eye you in a very, you know, like, in a way that, oh, you know, like tonight I'm going to get robbed. But if you step out to another country, it's just like you have to really be on alert all the time. Yeah, so.
Yeah, and I think like it's Dubai or the UAE specifically as a country. And then obviously it's amazing to hear that Saudi ranked #1, followed by Kuala Lumpur, and mainly Asian countries actually, which ranked highly. But if you want to get that full report, go on to Insure My Trip and you can read it all there.
Yep, and we'll move on to our next story. Dubai's floating underwater train has once again become all the rage. Now the word ambition and Dubai go hand in hand. And speaking of which, a huge ambitious project was proposed back in 2018 by the UAE's National Advisor Bureau that would have seen a floating underwater bullet train connecting Mumbai to the UAE. Now, although the project has been shelved, the internet can't help but express fascination over the ultra-futuristic water train. Now, be amazed, a YouTube account with nearly 10 million subscribers just recently, they shared a video explaining the workings of the train, and people in the comments were just so glad that Dubai projects are getting the attention they deserve on an international level.
It's just crazy. So the Fujairah Mumbai subsea tunnel train, which by the way has been shelved, but it's currently still at the concept stage, and it has 2,000-kilometer journey that would take 2 hours of underwater travel. So kind of like the England to France, there's an underwater train. The main benefits of the project are transporting passengers, obviously tourists and workers, between the UAE as well as other GCC countries and India, export oil and gas, transporting goods and commodities between both nations, and much more.
Now, apart from the train that would function on magnetic levitation technology, the National Advisor... You don't know levitation technology, magnetic levitation?
I don't know.
It's like the magnets, right? I don't know, but they just cause the train to levitate. So it's frictionless travel. There's no friction because the train levitates. So it's kind of basically like it works with the magnetic field.
I feel like we were here and now we've just like arrived at Hogwarts, and Hermione's there and she's discussing this train.
But it's better than Hogwarts, Casey, because the Hogwarts train had wheels. This one's gonna have nothing.
Magnetic levitation.
Magnetic levitation.
Levitation.
And the National Advisor Bureau Limited also brought forth the UAE Iceberg project proposed back in 2018. Now, the UAE Iceberg project would have put the UAE on the glacial tourism map and contributed to enhancing the environment as well as the economy. That hasn't happened yet. But
no, I have questions. I have so many questions with this story. So.
Oh my goodness. This one that I was reading about, they were thinking of getting this big glacier from Antarctica all the way to the UAE and dragging it in a way that not even one bit of the ice melts.
It was so interesting because that went viral around the world, but it was actually a genuine project that they were considering.
Yeah. It's so interesting. But these concepts, right? It's like there's no such thing as a bad idea. You can have these ideas and then in time implement it as technology gets better. I don't know about the glacier one. Like honestly, that one's a little
Let's leave the glaciers where they are, maybe.
Yeah, it's out of my mind to think about it. But for sure, this magnetic levitation train, that sounds super interesting and something we're much more than capable of.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like it went viral for a reason, but it was a project that was in the conception stage and that has since been shelved. So we're not looking at it in the anytime future. What is more likely is driverless cars and driverless air transportation. How was that in the city?
Driverless and flying also. Like flying automobiles.
Air transportation,
Yeah. Man, I can't wait. Like we used to grow up just, dreaming of flying cars, and now we're at that phase when any time it's just going to be rolled out.
It's like Futurama, but we're here. Look at this. This is a very Futurama sofa, right? Did you watch Futurama?
I did, the cartoon.
Yeah. It was on right after Simpsons on Sky One. You know when you had your TV schedule growing up?
Yeah.
Simpsons, Futurama, Malcolm in the Middle. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh
Half
my
an hour
god,
each.
we had the best
Run to
cartoons.
the toilet during the break. Because you could pause the TV. Back in our day, guys, there was no pause on the telly.
Back in our day too. Like we grew up with TV as well.
I know, our day.
Our day.
You're in my generation.
I am. So mature that way.
Just not.
What?
No, you are mature. You're not in my generation. That's a good thing.
Speaking of generations.
Speaking of generations, a new generation is born and we have a new baby. A family has named their daughter Dubai because they love the city. So the parents of newborn baby Dubai, they love Dubai. And they say Dubai is beautiful and therefore their daughter deserves a beautiful name.
And the family, who are originally from Albania, wanted to name and represent the future and luck, so they chose Dubai as the name of their baby girl, and it is the cutest thing. The comments, like you pointed out this morning, they have the funniest comments.
How dare you in your comments? This is amazing. It's a tribute to the city, and I think the most on-point comment
is a shawarma.
No.
What?
Is that because it got the most likes?
I mean, it's on point. Ajman? What is it?
The comment that got the most likes was something about a shawarma, but that's
Golden visa? No.
No. Well, I think the most factually accurate is we hear the name Dubai and it's a little bit like, oh, interesting. However, there is a Paris. There are many Paris babies. There's Chicago.
Right.
Like it's a name. There's an Ireland for sure. There's a kid named Ireland.
Yeah.
There's definitely like in India. My sister, not India, but Indy nearly. And my sister also has my sister's first child's middle name is Kerala.
Kerala. Oh, was she born there?
No, I think they just have strong memories there for some reason.
Oh, that's cute. That's cute. I mean,
it's the same thing, really.
It really is. And I mean, you always want a symbolic name, right? So
it's iconic, this one. I think it's amazing.
100%. Like, it stands for all the right things. So why not?
Exactly. They said future, they said luck, they said beauty, and that's why. And this is the thing, people are going into the comments, giving their feedback in a negative manner on this name. And it's like, it's a kid's name. It's amazing. And it's like, why not let these parents be creative? And who needs another Casey or Simran? Dubai is a cool, iconic name.
Exactly. It's unique. And we've seen the funniest names. And that, okay, you judge the parents, what were they thinking? But this
that's what I'm saying. I was saying we should not judge parents and say what they're thinking about names. Let parents
even if the names are some of the stuff we've seen online.
There's no shawarma. Fine, if someone calls their kid shawarma, that's questionable. But but at the same time, why do people always throw stones when it's like I don't like the name shawarma, but I'm going to call my kid insert really banal, boring name here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's people will always throw stones, and it's these. I'm just having a moment with internet negativity at the moment. I just can't. I'm not standing for it.
Right. I mean, celebrities name the most randomest of all names, like Kylie's
Wolf.
Kylie's baby. Yeah, Wolfie. interesting name for who grows up, be called Sir Wolfie. You know what I mean?
Wolfie and Stormy.
Wolfie and Stormy. That's like my dog's name is Bon Bon Wolfie Gabbana, so it's a very, I don't know, pet name.
Interesting how I said don't. Interesting. Bon Bon Wolfie. What is it?
Bon Bon Wolfie Gabbana. That's his full name. Because we didn't know which one we wanted, so we just gave him all three names. And
Gupta.
There's no Gupta for that dog. It's just Bon Bon Wolfie Gabbana.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful.
It is, but we call him Bon. We go by the first name.
He gets Bon Bon. That's what.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's move on to our next story. We're moving on from interesting names to workplace gossip.
Exactly. Now, an Arab employee was fined for gossiping about his co-worker. Now, a 35-year-old Arab employee was fined over 1,000 dirhams by the Fujairah Court of First Instance for insulting and defaming his colleague by gossiping at the workplace. Now, basically what happened is the accused spread rumors about his co-worker being fired from his previous place of work as a result of consumption of narcotics and committing fraud, as well as having a police record. Now, it was reported on Khaleej Times that there were two witnesses who did testify to having this conversation with the accused.
And after the matter went to court, the accused was ordered to pay a 1,100 dirham fine, and also he was ordered to pay the 50 dirham lawsuit fines, which are quite cheap.
I don't think, this has pretty much shaken me for the rest of my life to not utter a single word of gossip ever. Just don't want to be in the situation.
So can you do it? So recap. So the gossiping happened, and how did it come to the forefront? So
I'm sure, this person who, the complainant, he went and filed a report saying like, my colleague is gossiping and spreading these vicious rumors about me at the workplace, and thus the court took it up, did the investigation. They called upon the two witnesses who did testify and say this has happened. We've had this conversation with the accused, and then the accused was fined 1,000 plus dirhams for this situation.
Overall, I think you can never comment on a specific situation that we read on. This is why I would never jump into online conversations, because we really don't know the background to the story. You read, a very short article, you hear the headline, you read the story, and then you comment, but it's like, actually, you don't know the background of these two pairs. However, like in a workplace, in your home, with your friends, you always have, there's always little challenges that you're overcoming. There's always, and you're always venting, and you should vent. You should be able to vent to release the tension of the issue, and then you move on. So if that was the case that brought it to court, that the person was venting, then it's not really fair.
Venting, not this like venting, you vent about yourself, or you vent about like a situation that's happened. Having a chat and saying like, oh, this person got fired from his previous job because of drug consumption, and it's like, it is defamation, like for the other person.
On their character.
Yeah, definitely, character assassination. And it's just like, if the person doesn't have facts, and if he's speaking basely of, maybe jealousy or some kind of hatred with the other person, it's just like, it makes sense for this person, for him to get penalized in this manner. But yeah, I think we can all take a lesson from this and maybe tone down the gossiping.
Yeah.
And stick to celebrity gossip,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And tone down the... what else can we tone down?
Trolling,
tone down internet hate. Don't comment on a beautiful new baby child's name.
Oh, for sure. The scams. Tone down on the scams.
Oh, the scams. That's a whole other thing. Because why should we tone down all these things? Because today is Random Act of Kindness Day, and a local restaurant is doing an incredible initiative. We're going to have Samir Joshi from Govinda's joining very, very shortly, so do stay tuned. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. We are now joined by Sanjit Advani, who is one of the founders of Govinda's, and he's here with us today to talk all of this incredible kindness initiative where they're actually leaving kindness fridges outside of the restaurants where anyone who needs a meal can go and pick it up from, which is truly a really great initiative. So well done, guys. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much.
Before we get into this, Govinda's has an incredible history. 21
Yes.
years. Can you talk us through a bit of that?
Yeah, so this was initially started by my father, who's been here for 40 years now. And he started this restaurant in Karama with the idea that he couldn't find good vegetarian food. And so, like he's been doing this for the last 20 years and made this name. And then I've just joined the business 2 years ago. And we just opened 2 more outlets in Silicon Oasis and JLT.
That's where I was last night. I drove through Silicon Oasis and I saw Govinda's and I was like, oh. So it has an amazing family history. And right before the show, I kind of mentioned the act of kindness that you guys are doing. And you kind of gave me a little story behind that. So tell us why you brought this initiative today.
Well, so we've been doing this for the last 10 years. And it was something that my father started, but he's been like the way I've been grown up, or I've grown up is he's always told us to like give back to society, and with whatever he has done, all the charitable initiatives, apart from this, it's just been instilled in our values as well, because we're so privileged with like the world we live in. There's so many people that just can't afford a meal on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, that's basically where it comes from, is just always trying to give back to society with whatever we have.
And how does it work?
So every day we fill the fridge with fruits, with proper food like rice, some vegetables, lentil, like a basic meal, and water. And we fill them up around lunchtime and dinner time. And anybody can just walk by, take it. No questions asked, no one's looking. Yeah, I mean, during COVID as well, like we had to fill up more, obviously, because there are a lot more people who were in need. And there used to be lines outside, because in Karama, there is an area where around our restaurant, a lot of labor were like just sleeping on the street. And they would every day just come line up because they know we're putting food in at 3:30 every day, or 7:30 at night in the evening. So yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah. So what's the response like to the people who I guess can't afford a meal and who are getting it from you? What's their response?
Well, we don't really go up and talk to them, because it's also like a lot of these people, especially during COVID, like they had jobs, they had proper income, and it's just all of a sudden. So a lot of them don't feel like they don't want to be in that situation. So they're kind of, we don't go and make them feel worse about it. It's just no questions asked. We don't talk to anybody. We don't, it's just do whatever you want, like take how much ever you need. But however, customers who have been coming to our restaurant for the last 20 years, they're willing to put money in and I want to sponsor 15 meals or 50 meals or how many ever.
That's amazing.
That's a great response we've been seeing for the last couple of years.
Well, this is it, because usually when we share stories like this, a lot of the audience will say, well, how can I help?
Yeah.
And this is a response we had. We shared a similar story a couple of weeks ago and there was a great response. So if people can help, how can they help Govinda's?
So you can just go to any of our outlets while you're dining in and just be like, I want to sponsor some of the meals that you put in the fridge, and they'll figure it out for you.
And let's say, for example, I always wonder about in the restaurant industry, food wastage. So are you guys able to manage that through this initiative?
Absolutely. So especially during lunchtime, we do this thing called thali. And it's just a bunch of different, it's like a fixed menu. And so we make those vegetables from before and like in the morning, right before lunchtime. So there's some leftovers there. That goes in the fridge. And then whatever vegetables, we see that are gonna go bad and we're not gonna be using it, that's what we use as well. So there's just a little bit whatever we can do for food wastage because there's so much happening in Dubai, especially. Yeah, I mean, it does help.
So the restaurant has grown legs. Like you've obviously opened to new locations. So you're now in Dubai Silicon Oasis, and the second location
JLT.
JLT. So you'll have fridges at these specific places where people can come and take the meals.
Correct. So it's outside our outlet, just by the entrance in Karama also, and Silicon Oasis. With JLT, where we just opened in December, so we're kind of just working out the legality of it in terms of permissions and stuff.
And how often is it there?
It's there every day.
Every day.
All the time, 24/7 throughout the night.
It's so amazing what you guys are doing. Really, really well done.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's just whatever we can do, to help anybody.
This the value of kindness. It's obviously something that you've grown up with. Do you, in terms of like passing on random act of kindnesses, do you think that kind of your act spreads more kindness throughout people?
Of course. I mean, it's always like an inspiration for anybody else. Even like whatever I see like other people doing, there's so many other people doing different acts of kindness. It's just even more inspiration, like, hey, I could do something, like even if you're not like have so much money, but there's always something you can spare, just giving a fruit to someone, like a laborer walking by, like a cleaner walking by, the municipality cleaners, just giving them maybe 5 dirhams or like a fruit or water. That's something itself, like you've done something to make yourself feel good.
Look, I 100% agree, because I think that sharing these stories, and thankfully Mike Govinda's is doing this for so long, it inspires people to do more. So I think what you guys are doing is amazing, and I would like to be able to give people the information so they can help you, so they can go to any of the Mike Govinda's restaurants and they can reach out and they can potentially donate more meals into the fridges.
Sure, absolutely.
So what's the best way to get in touch with you, or do they need to go physically?
They can just message us on Instagram or email us, go on our website, or call us, and like the restaurant manager will help you out. How many ever meals you want to sponsor. Yeah, it's super easy.
So great, because of course we have the Ramadan sharing fridges, which happen throughout Ramadan, but this is like this happens all throughout the year by a local restaurant who's simply just giving back.
Well, last Ramadan also we had a tie-up with RTA, where we gave out free meals for iftar for all the taxi drivers, so they could come in and get an iftar meal, like a proper meal. So there's something we're working on this year as well.
Just in terms of numbers, have you any idea of the amount of people that you might have fed, or
we don't count.
You don't count.
I mean, 10 years, if you say like, let's say even if it's like 40, 50 meals a day.
Wow.
Like if, I don't know.
Yeah, how could you count? It's just really incredible.
It's just, whatever we can give back, like, and we don't like to count.
And I think for us watching is that, a number of restaurants will give a meal to people who need it, right? But actually for what we can also do is support those restaurants. So this Mike Govinda's, they've literally taken on this incredible initiative to give free food to people every day who need it, so we can support Mike Govinda's. This is just my take on it. So really, really well done. It was amazing to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
You've also brought a little bag of food in for us, which is exciting.
I did bring, so something new we've started with these 2 new outlets is we do a lot of Indian sweets. Which is something we specialize in now, so that's what I brought for you guys.
Thank you so much. What's your favorite Indian sweet?
Well,
because isn't there some like controversy over Indian sweets?
I mean, I like gulab jamun. There's like ras malai. There is, kaju katli. Like it's a nut-based sweet. So there's a lot of things. Like I can't really pick and choose. Anything with sugar, I'll eat it.
I got a gift from Simran's mom of Indian sweets. I don't know the name, but they're these gorgeous little, all pale, nearly like marzipan, but they're not. But they taste like butter. I don't know. They're so delicious. Anyway, on that note, Mike Govinda's is doing something really, really incredible. They're literally giving free meals every single day to the people who need it most. If you want to support them, get in touch with Mike Govinda's. That was Sanjit Advani. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it. and for sharing your story, because it's so important. And I think it inspires kindness in the community. So really well done.
Thank you so much.
Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show this morning. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Stay safe and wash your hands. Bye-bye.